Hello everyone, this is Jacob Kaufman with NerdOnTheStreet.com recording the Nerd on the Street archive video for this version of the Nerd on the Street website, Boilerplate. So this version of the website was codenamed Boilerplate, and let me tell you why. Obviously, this website is not using Boilerplate. If you don't know what Boilerplate is just a template that a lot of people use to make their websites. So this website was not using the actual project called Boilerplate, but what an actual boilerplate is it is one template that you use over and over again, and that was the idea for this website. At least in the beginning, that was the idea. Toward the end, I started doing something a little different. So this website ran on top of the content management system MyBB, and that is forum software. So MyBB is designed to run forums. It's not designed to run regular pages like this homepage, but I managed to make it work by making some new PHP files, and I was able to use MyBB's template system, and I really enjoyed using that template system, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But first, let's just go through real quickly the front end of the website, just because I'm sure some of this has changed since I started the website. As you can see on the homepage, there is a little welcome block. This was added pretty late, but I decided it would be good to have a welcome message on the homepage because I stopped updating the homepage very often. I used to update this homepage every time I posted a new tech video, every time a new Displaced episode came out, and every time there's a new gaming video. Now you can see it says featured tech video, Displaced is over, so Displaced trailer, and it says featured gaming video rather than latest gaming video. And the reason why it says that is because I really only wanted the best of Nerd on the Street on the homepage of Nerd on the Street. This version of the website was really intended to be like an online business card. Only people who don't already know about Nerd on the Street really used this version of the website, and so I only wanted good videos on the front page. So lower quality videos I didn't even bother putting on here. And so by writing featured there instead of latest, I was hoping to imply that there are newer videos on our channels, which are found over in the sidebar. The technology channel link right there. And then we've got links to all 4 of the channels. But yeah, that is the home page. Pretty darn simple and hardly ever gets updated now. The next section of the website is the forums. And the forums had a lot less categories than the last version of the website before this. Because it is a pretty small website with a pretty small user base, you can still see there are a few forums that have never been posted to. So that's not great. Now I will note that since MyBB is forum software and I was using MyBB, there was a point where I used to just make everything custom pages, but I started instead just making forum posts for everything. So you can see Nerd on the Street podcast, I would post the podcasts as forum posts, and then I think that people might have been able to reply to these forum posts, like to comment on the podcast episodes or whatever. But as you can see, originally we had this tech news page that was for Nerd on the Street news, and you can see it's got all of the different episodes and all of the link dumps for all the episodes. And you can see at the top it says this page is no longer updated. Instead, go to the NOTS news section of our forums. And so toward the end of this website's lifetime, I decided to just start making forum posts for Nerd on the Street news as well. Now, as you can see, those posts are not responsive, whereas the Nerd on the Street news page, I started using the website embed responsively, starting with this version of the website, and I really love that. Maybe I used it in the last version of the website too, but as you can see, I've got a limit set on the maximum width of videos so that it doesn't take up too much vertical space. But you can see if we shrink the website down, that video gets a little bit smaller. And even though it only gets that much smaller, it doesn't go any smaller than that, and it only gets this much bigger, I do think it's a nice touch that if your monitor's a little bit smaller, the video will get a little bit smaller too. But yeah, if we go to the tech news page, you can see these videos did not have a maximum width on them, but they just filled up the entire screen to an extent there. And then these videos, on the contrary, these were just boxes. I don't know. I don't think that these even had any responsive code at all, because I think I was just using MyBB's video embed tool. Yeah, video YouTube embed. So I was using a MyBB functionality there rather than custom HTML like I was using here. So yeah, it should be noted that the forums were used for like official announcements and releases and things eventually. And yeah, But yeah, there were some people who posted in the forums, hardly anyone, but you know, I thought that this was maybe the nicest forum experience specifically that the website has had so far. Next up, we had the videos tab, and this tab, you know, it's called videos, but really all it is links to other channels. These top 4 buttons are just links. There's the tech channel here, you know, we've got the community channel. It just links to all 4 of our channels. Down here were links to website pages, so latest episodes of Nerd on the Street News, and Displaced latest episodes, and Javopolis latest, you know, videos when Brett was making videos for us. You can see the Displaced page. I might as well show you. The Displaced page is also on the sidebar over here, and I liked the Displaced page. It's got just a responsive, it used to be a Dailymotion embed, but now it's just a responsive YouTube embed. And below it are links to all 38 of the episodes, as well as a few special features, and links to the playlist on YouTube and Dailymotion. But yeah, that's the Displaced page. But yeah, this was the videos page, and as you can see, those boxes that text is resting in is actually responsive. So that was something that I was proud of, was how responsive this website was. It wasn't like mobile friendly, because on your mobile device it would still be this version of the website, just really small text and a really small sidebar. But in terms of computer monitors, you can have any resolution computer monitor you want, and the website would still look okay on your monitor. So yeah, this was the videos page. Next up is the live stream page, and we use this live stream page a lot. And that's one of the things I'm most nervous about on the new website. This website has a chat room here. Now, this chat room is actually a shout box, and it is, you know, completely HTML. It's hosted on my web server. The new version of the website, I'm using Drupal, and Drupal does not have a shoutbox plugin for the current version of it right now. So Drupal, I'm using Discord, a third-party hosted service. But I really, really liked, on OC Portal, you could have lots of different chat rooms, but on MyBB, you can only have one shoutbox. But yeah, I used the shoutbox for the live stream chat room, and it did update live, and it was very nice. It's easy to moderate. When I'm logged in, I can show you that. And then we've switched around the provider for the live stream. We used YouTube, I think, a couple times. Most of the time, this was Dailymotion. For a while, when Dailymotion wasn't working, we used Twitch or Hitbox. And then eventually we switched over to Beam, because Beam allows you to play videos with just HTML. Flash is not installed right now, and I know that this is playing back a video, but Beam actually lets you watch live videos. You can watch live streams with just the HTML player. So yeah, that was very cool. And then when I went ahead and made that live streaming server, we have a live streaming server now that I stream to the server streams to both Twitch, Hitbox, and Beam all at the same time. So when I made that server, I added these links up here, but that's a pretty recent addition. In the past, it's just been one player embedded here at a time. So that is the live page, and yeah, the live page actually was used quite a bit. You can see all of or pretty much most of the current comments that you can see are from November 7th, which was our Extra Life live stream. I can go ahead and scroll through. You can see there were a good 12 pages of people here. So yeah, the first 2 pages were all from our Extra Life 24-hour live stream. And then beyond that, we just had lots and lots and lots of other comments from Displaced live streams and from whatever other live streams we did, like channel, you know, celebration live streams. And then this last page looks like just me testing back when I made this website. So yeah, that is the live page. Served me very well. I was super happy with this live page. And then finally, About Us. This has changed steadily, but currently About Us has this paragraph about Nerd on the Street, where we are and everything in the world. It's got our channel trailer for the tech channel, and then it has a brief description of the Nerd on the Street staff, which is slightly outdated. And then I eventually went and added a business model thing where I talked about how we make money, because, you know, we call ourselves a business, so what's our business model? And then we have our Nerd on the Street 3-year montage, just to kind of, I added this because it's supposed to kind of showcase the tech channel, but I added this because it kind of shows how long we've been around, so that's cool. So those were the main pages. Like I said, over on the quick navigation, you can also get to the forums through there. You can get to the tech news page, which is no longer being updated because it's got the forum section instead, as you can see. The Minecraft server page. and this was the last version of the Minecraft server that's actually open to the public. The next version of the server is only going to be open to Nerd on the Street sponsors and Nerd on the Street staff. So yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, you could go here. As you can see, those videos, you know they're responsive because everything was freaking responsive on this website. It was great. And we just had links to Technic launcher download and a link to our Technic platform page, which we'll still have a link to this page on our new website. And then we had a video on installing the pack and a video that's kind of a trailer for the pack that just kind of shows you what the pack's all about. And a link to our gaming channel there. So yeah, next there was also so the chat room link, since there wasn't actually a chat room on this website, the chat room linked to the live page because it is where the only chat room on the website, the shout box, was. So yeah, next up we had a link to the podcast, which once again, the podcast was from day one, just forum posts. And that worked really well, and it was also kind of cool because it was easy to see how many people viewed. You can see episode 13 of the podcast got over 1,000 views, and no, that was not just me refreshing over and over again. It seems that people were actually downloading the podcasts, not sure how much they actually listened to them, but they were downloading them for sure. Obviously that number died down as people got more and more bored with us, but yeah, that was the podcast. And then the last link on the sidebar was the link to Displaced, and that's still here, and you can scroll through and watch all the Displaced stuff. So that's cool. And then finally we had links to all of our social networks, our Facebook page, and our Twitter page there. Oh, although that's outdated because we actually recently made a network-wide Twitter page. This is my personal Twitter page, so that's actually outdated now. But when I made this website, all of the Nerd on the Street pages were my personal pages, sort of as well. Our Google Plus page, and link to the Mumble server, right? And there used to be, I'm not sure if there used to be an actual page for the Mumble server, or if it was always just a forum post. But you can see this is supposed to be like the page to explain the Mumble server, but it's just, saying here's our Mumble server. And then finally email us, and that is a mail to link. And I don't know why I put that, because now your email client, you can see the little thing bobbing up and down next to my my mouse. Nobody has email clients installed on their computers anymore, so mail to links are really annoying because it just opens Outlook or Kmail or Thunderbird or whatever you have installed that you probably don't have set up. I do want to go ahead and look in here. Alright, so in the meta section of our forums, we had that Nerd on the Street Mumble server post, and then we also had this user's guide to free software post. And originally I had an actual page for this. Or I think I do. Free. I think free.nots.co. Yeah, so this is the, I was working on a page explaining free as in Libre software, like from the Richard Stallman point of view, and sort of trying to, I did a presentation in a class at school on free software, and I wanted to kind of direct people to something where they could learn more about free software, but you can see I never got very far on that page. Since I use a lot of proprietary software myself, unfortunately, or a lot of at least non-strictly free software, then yeah, it's kind of hard for me to recommend the people only use free software. But yeah, that was all of the public-facing stuff, I think, for the forums. You can see our forum rules thread here, pretty simple stuff. Now to log in, you just go up here and type in your account stuff. And now we've logged in, and now you get this extra bar here. And this extra bar lets you go to your account. It lets you see recent activity on the forum. If I click on your account, yeah, this was the user-facing account page, and you could like edit your own profile and stuff. That's showing all of my personal information, but oh well. You could change your avatar and your signature. Your profile picture is your avatar, and you can actually like send people private messages. Yeah. So then these places, the mod control panel, I never really went to the mod control panel, I think, except to ban people. I might have used the mod control panel. The admin control panel is obviously not front facing. That's not something that you guys are going to want to see, but I don't know if I showed the control panel in OC Portal or not, but the OC Portal control panel is actually pretty darn cluttered. The Drupal control panel is a bit better, but this MyBB control panel was really nice and streamlined. So on the front page, we can see all of our versions for everything, and we can see the latest MyBB announcements. If there's any updates, we'll see those here. We can just go over to configuration and edit our website settings. Forums and posts, that is where we can edit different forum sections and add sections to the forum. Users and groups is where we could take care of like spammers, ban people, or look people's email addresses up. I'll go ahead and blur out as many of these email addresses as I can. All of the non-spam email addresses I'll go ahead and block so you can't see them, just because I do respect my own users' privacy. But yeah, that is where I managed that. Templates and style. Templates and style. This was really where the magic of this website was, actually. If you go over to templates and default templates, and this is how I edited pages. So like the about page, if we go to nerdonthestreet.com and click on the about page, there's this file called about.php. This PHP file, I actually went on my web server and created that file myself. And that file contains like 2 lines of code that basically say, when you load the about page, load the page template, which includes the header, the sidebar, and the footer. And also load, or I guess it doesn't include the sidebar actually, it says load the basic page elements like the header and the footer, and then load the about template. So the about template, if we go ahead and click edit there, that is the wrong template. Let's try that again. If we go ahead and click about, there we go, you can just click it. You go in here, and actually I guess all of that PHP file said was display the about template, because if you go in here you can see this is the entire HTML document of this page, and I can edit this from the web. I don't have to be on my web server to do it. I can do it from the control panel in MyBB. I can edit every single aspect of this page. So you can see the first thing that we do is we have we set our title, so you know that's the title up there in the title bar, and then we have here header. This header thing, that would be this entire section is included just by typing header, because there's another template that sets the header up, and then this is a comment that I added, begin static content. So this is where the page specific content comes in. So here we have a table, and this was just basically I used the same, I copied and pasted this code for every custom page I made, the about page, the displaced page, the live stream page, everything. So the first cell of the table is all of the page content. So like you can see our paragraph explaining Nerd on the Street, our list of all of the Nerd on the Street staff, our paragraph explaining our business model, all the YouTube videos. That's all in the first table cell. And then in the second cell, the first cell is going to be 100%, and then the second cell is 200 pixels. So the sidebar is always 200 pixels no matter what, because it's got ads in it and it's got links in it and things that we know it's 200 pixels. We don't want that to be responsive. So you notice the sidebar stays the same size even if you resize this browser window. I'm going to go ahead and shut down this, let's see, kill all Kmail service 5. Alright, well you guys are just going to have to deal with that bouncing thing for the rest of this video, sorry. But yeah, the sidebar is always 200 pixels, and then the rest of the page 100%, so it just fills in however big the rest of the browser window is. Now, of course, there is a master CSS file somewhere that limits how small it gets, that has the minimum width and the maximum width of the web page in it, or at least the minimum width. But yeah, in terms of what I was doing, that's what I did. I set a static width for the sidebar, and then variable width, responsive width, to fill up the rest of the page for our content. So then the sidebar, all I had to do was type template sidebar, and this was so cool. And down here you can see we had footer. This was really cool, template sidebar. So this sidebar HTML stuff is not actually in this HTML document. It's over in a separate HTML document, and I think it's the only document I put in global templates. Yeah. So this is the sidebar HTML stuff. So I typed out this in its own HTML template in MyBB, and then all I have to do in all of my other pages is call that template, and it inserts that HTML into this HTML and displays this HTML on the page. That is freaking cool. I love that. I wish that Drupal made it this easy to create custom pages, because Drupal and a lot of other a lot of other CMSs don't give you that much control over templates and don't give you that much control over everything on your page. But yeah, I can actually control every single thing that appears on the page, and I can insert templates inside of other templates inside of other templates, and I can do all kinds of great PHP and HTML tricks using that, and it's really great. So that is why I loved MyBB so much. Even though it was forum software, it's not website software, it's really meant to be forum software. I loved it for that template system that made it so easy to really make robust pages, not just static pages with a little bit of text, but like repeating the same sidebar stuff over and over again with one line of code that has all of this, like it calls it in. It's just really cool that I was able to do that. So yeah, that was the Nerd on the Street website, codenamed Boilerplate, and yeah, I'm about to take this down and going to go ahead and put the next version, codenamed College, online. So see you guys next time. I'm Jacob Kaufman with NerdOnTheStreet.com. Goodbye.